Has there ever been a time in your life where you truly felt like you were excelling in all areas of your life and you were walking in the right direction and you truly believed that the Lord was pleased with your work? Well, that was me in 2014, except I had it all wrong. I was too naive to notice that I needed guidance in my faith, but I know I did the best I could to my abilities, which is where I went all wrong. I should have allowed God to do more in my life instead of taking it upon myself. God is so good that whenever He sees us going into the wrong direction, He is quick enough to redirect us. Like the good father He is, He's so patient. I am so stubborn as a donkey, and this is why I believe He allowed this rude awakening that happened in my life. On September 2016, I headed to the emergency room after what I thought I had an allergic reaction to a skin medication that I've taken before. After seeing countless doctors in September, not one can give me an answer in what was happening to my body. By October, I no longer felt the allergic reaction symptoms anymore, but what was really tormenting me was the mental aspect of this experience. The best way I can describe this feeling is numb. I felt dead inside and I truly felt like I had no soul. I really felt like my soul was outside my body. That was the most horrifying experience I've ever lived in my life. The worst part of all is if I felt this way, like I literally had no soul, how was I supposed to pray, right? I also had panic attacks daily for a very long time, and doctors were still not able to give me an answer. I remember leaving work one day and I was driving myself to the emergency room because I wanted answers. While I was driving, I experienced a panic attack. In the middle of this panic attack, I was able to yell out to God and ask why. In that instant, the Lord gave me a quick vision, and that vision broke me even more. He was holding my lifeless body, and in that moment, He touched the top of my head and stripped the skin off of me from my head to my feet. I knew exactly what He meant. In that moment, I interpreted it as He was stripping my identity apart. But I now interpret it as He was making me new. He was renewing my soul, and He wanted to shape me into the woman He wanted me to become. I remember being so mad. I remember crying even more. I absolutely loved what I had going on. I was working. I had a great fiance. In my mind, I thought I was doing extraordinary things. I was working on my fitness journey then, and I was even planning on creating a ministry that bridged fitness and health so that the faithful have the right education and the right resources to live a more healthy life. But the truth was that I was really broken to even begin this ministry. I was consumed by numbers on the scale, both my food scale and my regular scale. I was too busy adding food in an app instead of taking the time to spend time with God in adoration, or attend more daily masses, or even do rosaries. I was way too busy glorifying my body to even make this ministry work. I got lost by the compliments I would receive in my so-called discipline, and the only thing it did was build my ego. Deep inside, I truly believed that after that, my life was no longer going to be the same anymore. 3 years had passed and I was still feeling in the same state of mind. They were the worst 3 years of my life. I still had no answers from the doctors. At this point, I felt that I was going to be living with this lifeless feeling for the rest of my life. And prayer then, I was absolutely too mad at God to even think about having a prayer life. So for those 3 years, something great also came out of that. I was also able to get my priorities straight, and I was able to purchase a house with my then fiance. We got married. We also had a baby girl. In the middle of my suffering, the Lord still decided to bless me. And I still gave my back to him. Deuteronomy 31:6 says, "Do not be afraid, be strong and courageous, for the Lord is always with you. He will never leave you or forsake you." For those wondering what helped my depression and my anxiety and my panic attacks, I happened to come across the benefits of juicing during that dark period of my life. And I started implementing more fresh fruits and a lot of juices, and that definitely helped with my depression and my panic attacks. And also during that time was when I started to pray the Rosary. I was completely dry in my faith. So for those of you that have not watched my Rosary testimony, I'll link it down below. But that was when I started to pray the Rosary, and it also changed my life. This is a testimony of the Lord's faithfulness, and this is also a testimony of the power of Mary. If you're a Christian Catholic and if you currently don't have a devotion to the Blessed Virgin, I urge you to run to the Blessed Mother. She is the Mother of all graces, and according to Saint Alphonsus Liguori, one of the greatest doctors of the Church, says, "All graces that God dispenses to men passes through the hands of Mary." I am truly so thankful for my trials, because ultimately that is what has led me to be here, sharing the good works of the Lord and his faithfulness. Thank you so much for taking the time and listening to what Mary and Jesus have done in my life.